Today on the channel, we have a visit with the King Spider, that is, from the brand new Mcfarlane Toys Spawn Wave.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mcfarlane Toys Spawn unboxing and review. And today, we've got the King Spider. But remember, for all your Spawn needs, DC needs, you name it needs, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code KYLE, save yourself 10% on all in-stock items, and anything over $39 does ship free. Got to get a deal all day long, and the King Spider is here today in the newest Mcfarlane Toys wave. And it's an interesting one, as I am not familiar with King Spider, Plague, Nightmare Spawn, Omega Spawn. I know Sam and Twitch, but the rest of them, a lot, they're after my time. My time spent with Spawn, reading the comments, things like that. But for you modern day Spawn fans, you're probably pretty excited, pretty happy about some of this new blood into the line. But one thing I do know is I do enjoy Spawn. I do enjoy Spawn figures. Omega Spawn, looking at you, I don't know. I do enjoy Spawn figures, and I do like these guys on my shelf. So King Spider, hey, I'm here all day. Looks a lot like a Spawn, but reversed and all white instead of black. Kind of has some nods to maybe Spider-Man, maybe Venom, maybe Agent Venom, Agent Anti-Venom, who knows. But it's got some nods to the past, and we know Mcfarlane worked with Spider-Man way back in the day with Marvel. So I think there's a little bit there. I think where there's smoke, there's some fire. But we're going to, of course, do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. Let's see where it goes from there. So without further ado, the old King Spider. King Spider down here, Spawn right there. Big window box, green background, always looks really good, especially against the red over there. The Mcfarlane logos at the top. 14 and up, you 13-year-olds, get out of here. You got King Spider on the side. Spawn, a little King Spider logo there. And then nothing on the back outside of artwork, just kind of a little blurb. So it just kind of is what it is. He is a bad guy. He is a Spawn villain. That's about all I know about this guy. But he's got the green and white attack going on. It's like some old school Oakland A's colors. So who knows? Maybe an Oakland A's fan? I don't know. Could be. Without further ado, let's get him out of the package here. Of course, we do got the Spawn stand inside. Always appreciate a good stand. I do like that. But as I always say, see you later, see you later. I always say that too, but I also say, give us some kind of guidelines. Let us know who this guy is, what he does, what he's about. Give us a blurb, give us a card, something like that. See you later, goodbye. We get the old King Spider. Oh, there goes the stand. King Spider in the plastic prison, and we're going to free him from the said plastic prison here. Now, this is also one of those smaller figures. It's not a gigantic, big deluxe figure like we've seen with a lot of the Spawn figures. But that's okay. As I always say, you got to have some little figures to know that it is a big figure. If you just have big figures, the line is just big figures. It's not, there's no comparison down to somebody smaller. So we get that with guys like King Spider and other ones like that. So, we got one more twist tie. Of course we do. Oh, I think we got two. Even locking in the weapons is always interesting to me. But let's see. I got everything out. There's some hands. Gotta have some hands. Oh my gosh, there's another one right there. And there it is. All right, I think we should be out now. I think we should be out. Let's see. Let's see what all the fuss is about here. If I can get it out. Now we got some tape we gotta fight with. Of course we do. There it is. And crunch, crunch, crack, crack. See you later. Goodbye. Got the Spawn stand. We've seen these before. Always appreciate those, as I said. We get some extra accessories here. At least we get one fist, and you guys know I always say that. Give me at least one fist. So we get one fist with him. We get one gripping hand. Nice white. We'll compare it to these with the same kind of hands that you see on this guy. So it makes a lot of sense. And then we get this. So it is a stand. So I guess another stand, and it's just a little bit of rubble, it looks like. Got some like reefer bar, is that what that's called? We got a skull hanging out down there. Very similar to the Haunt figure. He kind of came with a little stand kind of action, and that's what we get with this King Spider. So just a little piece there to, I guess, add to the figure, just to add to the figure. And then we get a weapon of sorts. We get the old ball and chain. Oh, Angie, I'm not talking about you. Just kidding. Talking about my wife, Angie, the ball and chain. But no, it's just a nice ball and chain. No movement to this. It would be nice if it was on a bendy wire or something like that. But I think this gets the job done. You got the wrappings to put the hand in there. All in a silverish gray color. You get the big ball with the spikes on the end. So we're off to the races with a little weapon. Now we get ourselves down to the old King Spider. And it's an interesting one. I'm looking to see if I have paint bleed or if that's just the way it's supposed to be, as he's got some weird blue color around the thigh. We got some of that on the shoulders. We got some, it almost looks like the green and the white paint kind of wearing off into each other. And maybe it's supposed to be that way. Obviously, I haven't seen another one of these figures, but it does look a little strange. It kind of breaks it up. And it's not even a white color. It's more of a creamy color. But it almost looks like part of like the arms, like the green in here has kind of bled into the white paint. I don't know. Maybe that's just mine. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. I'm not sure. But it just looks a little sloppier, even on the head. And I almost wonder if that's the way it's supposed to be. Like I said, I'm not super familiar with the character. But he's an interesting one. Like I said, not a big figure, about normal Spawn size. This is a guy who's going to go toe-to-toe with Spawn. So I guess it works for that. The green on here, you got the green kind of scarf over the top. You got the green on the forearms, the green on the legs to break up the monotony of the creamy white color. He's got the straps around his thighs, straps around his back, kind of a goldish color. So you get a little green and gold, like I said, Oakland A's a little bit. You got some of that going on. Let's walk through the articulation on this guy. It's typical articulation from Mcfarlane. Arms go all the way around. You got a little bit of butterfly action in there. Those do pop out a little bit, fairly easy, especially if you open the arm up. This little ring in there does pop out, but it does go back in. But a little bit of an eyesore there. You get a bicep cut, double jointed elbows, pins in the joints, of course. Arms, or hands, I should say, back and forth. I do like these maniacal kind of hands on these guys. Always looks really good. He's got 4 like bone claws, almost like a young Wolverine coming out of here. That does look good as well. Got a little bit of hula hoop, got a little bit of waist. You can get those big old king spider splits going on. You got the double jointed elbows. How about knees? Double jointed knees. No thigh cut, no boot cut, and then you get the ankle articulation back and forth, up and down. And then, of course, the patented Mcfarlane toe articulation. You gotta have that. Interesting one. Very tight joints throughout. Very sharp edges as usual. That's why 13-year-olds, you're in trouble. 13 and below, leave the room. Leave the video. Got a lot of spikes throughout on this guy. And they're not going to like rip your skin open, but they are fairly sharp for most toys. I'm sure that's why the warning is on there for other reasons too, I'm sure. You get down to the head on the King Spider, very Nightmare Fuel, all white with red deep eyes there, and then you got black. You see a little teeth behind that black, but then the big Spider logo right on the face, just bam, right on the face. You got Spider logo. Looks quite scary, looks quite menacing, looks quite evil. And a lot of people, of course, are not a fan of spiders, as we know. Does he fit on the Spawn stand? Boy, he sure better, huh? Boy, these stands are getting tighter and tighter. But he does fit on the stand there. A good-looking figure, and this is one of those guys that really breaks up the monotony. If you put him on a shelf, you got all these Spawn figures, and we all know the majority of the Spawn figures are all black. So you throw this white one in, he stands out big time there if you do that. Of course, we got Spawn right here. This is Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn. Very cool, very nice, plain Jane, run-of-the-mill Spawn in the Mortal Kombat line of all things, which just seems a little bit crazy. But you can see these guys are like the same height, same size. They can do battle against each other. And then just for comparison's sake, you put him against Violator, one of the giant figures for the line. You can see that height and size difference. Very cool. I like this King Spider. Around $20, I feel okay with the price point on these. And, you know, a lot of people will say Todd McFarlane gives you a lot more bang for your buck than the Marvel Legends, Hasbro's Marvel Legends right now. There's something to be said about that. There's some smoke and mirrors. There's some business reasons for that. We've discussed them multiple times, multiple videos on the channel, so I won't get into it now. But it does feel like a fairly good deal around the $20, $22 price point, whatever it is. Like I said, Entertainment Earth, once they go in stock, save 10%. You can do that kind of stuff. Got to get a deal all day long. But it does feel like you get your money's worth on this King Spider figure. So I'm good with it, but what say you? Are you good with it? Are you picking up the King Spider? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. As you guys know, we got videos every single day and then some. And don't forget about the Patreon channel. That's the best way to support the channel. All kinds of bonus stuff over there for Patreon members and monthly giveaways as well. And don't forget about ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And social media, SirPaul64 is where you're going to find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for the King Spider, I am Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.